watching LinuxMint 13 XFCE Bootcamp. In this episode, we are going to fix a problem with full screen applications not filling your whole screen. Additionally, I am going to cover the update manager. All of that learning begins now on Spatry's Cup of Linux. Okay, thank you everybody for your feedback on the first part. And yes, a comment was made about defragmenting your hard drive. I thought I mentioned it, and I think in the editing process I might have accidentally cut that part out. So if you are going to be installing alongside Windows, please be sure to run 2 passes of defragmentation on that hard drive before installing. That way you can ensure that you're not going to have any files that are going to get corrupt on you. Okay, first let's pull something up here. I want to show you something here that we're going to fix. And we'll just grab an application or accessory, it doesn't matter which. Why not gedit or gated, if some of you call it that way. Alright, and let's say I display that application in full screen. It's not going to fill the whole screen, as you will see here. See that? That doesn't look right. Alright, so we're going to fix that right now. Just leave this centered here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Settings and into your Settings Manager here. Alright? And once your Settings Manager loads, you want to go into Workspaces right here. Alright, you can choose the number of workspaces you want. I'm just going to select one workspace for my virtual install here. And now on margins, we're going to take and put 0 on all of these. That looks good. And remember, that was the workspaces. So when we go ahead and close this now when we maximize this, see how that fills the full screen? I hope that fixed that problem for most of you guys out there. And now let's go ahead and proceed with the meat and potatoes of today's exercise. Now you will notice on the lower right corner of your screen there is a shield with an eye on it. Go ahead and double click that. Alright, and then type in your password. This requires escalated privileges. We have 233 recommended updates that are available, weighing in at 255 megs. This update is going to take a while, so I'm going to be pausing the video during portions of this update. But essentially, it's just pulling the server right now to see what packages are available and that sort of thing, and then we will have the option to install those updates. Okay, and you will now see that we have a nice long list of updates that this wants to put in. Mostly security updates, maybe newer programs, that sort of thing, since this package has released. Just go ahead and press Install Updates. And of course, this update is going to trigger some additional changes. So it is okay to press OK. As these updates are downloading, you will notice on the left here that there are levels next to these, 1, 2, and 3. And levels 1, 2, and 3 are safe to install, and that should be all that you should see in your update manager. Unless, of course, you have some testing repositories enabled, then you're going to see level 4 and 5. Those are a little bit trickier and iffier. Personally, I do not have any testing repositories opened up. I just want the regular stable packages to enter my system. Now that all the files have downloaded, changes are being applied. And you're going to see a few prompts come up possibly. And here's one of those dialogues that may come up and ask you if you want to replace, for instance, the defaults list. it's okay to just go ahead and press the replace button. And another one. Replace. Okay, if you were like me, you got up, grabbed a sandwich and everything, and you came back and you're back on your desktop again. The update manager is closed. No messages saying all updates have been successfully applied. It just closes silently and lets you go about your business. And you will know that the updates have completed because now your shield has a check mark on it, and it says your system is up to date when you mouse scroll over it. Now, this is just for you beginners out there. If this is your first major update, we downloaded a lot of data, probably be a good idea to reboot. But usually rebooting is not necessary. We can actually just start using the computer system as is without rebooting. But in this case, because this is the first major update with a lot of files and that sort of thing, it's probably a smart idea to do so. But I want to make you aware that usually when you have updates, you won't have to restart the computer unless it is upgrading Linux itself, which is the kernel, or it is updating your graphics drivers. Now, if you're not using proprietary drivers like me, the file you would be looking for is Xorg, or the Zorg server. And there may be an ATI driver in the message, that sort of thing. These are things you can look at in the update manager. Okay, well, with all of that out of the way, if this is your first time using Linux, you've just installed it, you followed me, and now you've got your updates in place, congratulations and welcome to the world of Linux. You will get out of Linux what you put into it. And I can tell you, I'm really happy that I have made a transition from Windows to Linux because it has given me so much personally. And I really like it because there is a lot you can do with it, and I'm going to be doing a lot more demonstrations in this series. Later in the series, I'm going to show you how to get some of your Windows applications working under LinuxMint XFCE. But in the next episode, I'm going to do something pretty cool that I've never done on any of my other shows. You will notice in some of my videos I have a drop-down terminal. I press the tilde key on my keyboard, and you can see I have a nice looking bash prompt with a wallpaper. It has the logo of the operating system I'm running along with some information, and then of course I have this really cool little prompt that I can issue commands to, and it's got lots of neat little colors and that sort of thing. And if you're going to be working in a prompt, why not have a little eye candy to go with it? So we're going to cover that on the next episode. We'll see you then.